this video, I will show you how to put together your moon phase calculator. The moon phase calculator will help you relate the phase of the moon, the time of day, and the location of where the moon is in the sky. So this is the first sheet of the moon phase calculator, and it shows us the position of the sun, the earth, and the moon at 8 different locations around the earth. So the moon goes around the earth and in about a month, 1 month approximately it takes to go around the earth. So these are 8 different possible locations, but really it could be at any location anywhere in between here. All right, what we want to see from this picture is we see that the sun is over here and the earth is right here. Okay, the moon doesn't give off its own light. It only reflects light from the sun. So the side of the moon that's facing away from the sun is going to be dark. So we can shade in all of the sides of the moon that are facing away from the sun. These are going to be dark and not lit up. All right, so we can go around and do this for all 8 phases of the moon. Okay, now that I've shaded in the dark side of the moon for all of the 8 locations around the earth, I'm going to move on to step 2. So step 2 is on the second sheet. It looks like this, right? And step 2 is to cut out along this dotted line, cut out this circle in the middle of the page. And I want to do this so that I'm cutting out the circle, but I'm leaving the rest of the page intact. All right, so I don't want to cut from the edge over, but I want to start cutting from right in the center and cut out that middle part. Okay, now I've cut out this middle circle right here from my moon phase calculator, and I can take it and remove it. I might want to keep it so that I have my steps still to look at. All right, so I've cut out the middle part. Step 3 says place this page on top of the page from step 1 and tape them together. So now I'm going to take my page that I had from step 1, and I'm going to put this one just right on top. And if you stack the pages, they should line up nice and neatly like this. And then you can take some tape, or you can even staple this together and put some tape at the 4 different corners of the page to hold it together. Okay, so now I've taped my 4 corners of the paper together. So I have the second sheet on top of the first one. And with this, I can see that I can see what the moon looks like from Earth. So what this second sheet has done is it basically has put a mask on the top sheet to show you just the portion of the moon that you'd be able to see if you were standing on the Earth, because you can't see the portion of the moon that's facing away from the Earth. All right, so if we look at this first moon right here, this one is what we call the new moon, because the only portion of the moon that you can see from the Earth is dark. So right here, what we would do is in this box, we would draw a picture of what we could see from Earth, and we actually wouldn't be able to see anything. So the moon would look all dark. So we can just draw a dark circle right here. And then on the line, we can write that this is a new moon. Okay? All right, then we're going to go around, and we actually go around counterclockwise like this, because that's the direction that the moon orbits. It actually orbits around counterclockwise. So now if we're looking at the Earth and we look at this next moon, we can see that we would only be able to see a sliver of the moon lit up from the Earth. The rest of it would be dark. So this right here is what we call the waxing crescent. So we're going to write that here, waxing crescent. All right, and we can draw a picture of what we would see in the little box. So if we were on the Earth and we were looking at the moon, we would just see the right part of the moon lit up, the part of the moon that's closer over towards the sun. So we would just see a waxing crescent, and we can draw a little picture of what that looks like in the box. All right, and as we go around, we can fill in all of the different phases of the moon this same way. Okay, so now I've gone through and I've filled in the order of the phases of the moon going around counterclockwise. So I started off with the new over here. Then I had waxing crescent. Waxing, the word waxing just means getting bigger. Crescent refers to the little crescent shape. And then we have first quarter, waxing gibbous. The gibbous shape is somewhere between half of the moon face that we can see, which is first quarter, and full. All right, so that's somewhere in between. Then we have full moon, waning gibbous. Waning means getting smaller, so we're seeing a smaller portion of the lit part of the moon over on this part of the phase. So here's waning gibbous, third quarter, waning crescent, and new moon. All right, so now that we've labeled them all and drawn pictures, it's time to move on to step 3. Step 3 is the third and final sheet, and the instructions for step 3 are to cut along this dashed line. So we're going to cut this semicircle out, and we're also going to cut out the little person sitting here on top of the earth. Okay, I've cut out my little semicircle with the person standing on the earth right here, and now I'm ready to use my moon phase calculator. So the way I'm going to do this is if I want to know what's happening at, let's say, noon, okay, I put my little person, so my person is going to be standing right at noon, like this. So my moon phase calculator now tells me that if I see the moon over on, say, the eastern horizon, then it would be a first quarter moon. But if I am standing at noon and I don't see the moon on the eastern horizon, I see it on the western horizon, then it would be a third quarter moon. Okay, the moon, if the moon was directly overhead, it would be a new moon, and it actually wouldn't be able to see it in the sky because new moons are dark. We only are seeing the dark part of the new moon. We wouldn't be able to see it in the sky. So we can do this for any time. And notice that the Earth, we're looking from the North Pole down. So the Earth actually rotates counterclockwise as well. So even though the times might seem a little weird, we're going around counterclockwise, not clockwise, to figure out the time, because we're looking down from the North Pole. So now we can look at any time. So let's say midnight. I want to know what's going on if I'm at midnight and the phase of the moon is full, then that moon would be directly overhead. Okay. If I want to know what moon is directly overhead at, say, 3 a.m., I'm going to have to go in between midnight and 6 a.m. So halfway in between midnight and 6 a.m., and I put my little person here, I'll see that a waning gibbous would be high in the sky at 3 a.m. All right, so I hope that helps you figure out how to make and use your moon phase calculator.